Hi, it's Teacher Melissa, and today I want to give you a little tip about helping your kids remember some verb conjugations. I'm talking about that slide and the content that pops up where we're trying to teach them when to add an S for like everybody or someone or each one or no one or every or both or several. And it gets a little confusing because they could be considered plural or singular. And how do they know which one is plural and singular? And it gets a little confusing for them. And yes, they can just memorize that. But I have found, even with my American students, that a little trick that I use can often help them with that rote memory that they do just have to memorize. So I'm going to pop up a slide here. You can see that I've color-coded it for the student, and I'm going to explain the process that I go through, okay? So when I'm first explaining this, I'm going to pop this up there, and I'm going to circle body. Now, I use green. You can use whatever color. There's nothing magical about which color you choose, but there is something magical about color coding when you're explaining to a student. It really just helps it sink further back in their long-term memory. So I use color coding a lot in my brick and mortar classes also. So anyway, so I'm going to circle body, and I'm going to say to the student, every word with body gets S. So I'm circling the body, and then I circle plus S. Every word with one gets S. So I'm circling one, underlining one, circle plus S. And every word that starts with E gets S. So I'm circling, underlining, yellow in this case, and I'm circling starts with S. Okay? Now, some of those I've circled twice. It doesn't matter. I want them to know body, one, E. That's all they need to know. Do you see the part underneath where it says both and several? They don't need to memorize that. It doesn't matter. All they need to know is these get S and nothing else does. That's all they need to know. So I will circle those, and then when we get to a slide like this one I'm going to show you, there was a lot of everybody, body was on the slide. Body gets S. Okay, make a sentence. If I get to another one, if I get to one where there's lots of choices and they've got 4 or 5 sentences they have to do, I will remind them. I might even write it on my whiteboard like you see in the previous slide, but I will remind them, remember, if it has body, one, or starts with E, gets S. Nothing else gets S. I don't bother about any of the others. I need them to memorize those 3, and it has worked fabulously in my classes. So try that here. You might even want to print a slide and make a chart that you can show, or have it ready on a little whiteboard to show them, or on a piece of paper. And I usually just, like, when we get to that slide, I'll just flash it up. You can see on that one side, I just flashed it up on my whiteboard. Body gets S. And I'll say, oh, look, remember. And then as they go through, they can take a look, and it really gives them that confidence to remember, and then they don't have to remember quite so much. And it really has worked out well. So try it out. Tell me what you think. Try it with your students. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, click subscribe if you want to be notified when new content is given. Nunyen Kuai La. See you during this new year of 2021.